HPE Aruba launches Agile NaaS framework. You might need to explain this a little bit, Will.
I might need to. So it's no secret that HPE has been a leader in IT consumption services with GreenLake. And I was pre-briefed because I was actually in Paris over RSA conference in Atmosphere. And Pat, I think you asked me, was I wearing a beret when I was running around Paris? And the answer is, yes, I was. And so I thought I would model that for the podcast today. But I'll take that off so it's not distracting. But let's jump into it. So what I really like about this Agile NaaS framework that HPE Aruba Networking now with the new branding is positioning is that they have now released tools that support a range of deployment and management models, because NaaS can be somewhat esoteric to a lot of enterprises. And what I also like about the tool set that they announced is that it doesn't require a forklift to move to a NaaS infrastructure. And so the second aspect of this was an update to its central management console. So it was branded Aruba Central for many years. This is the first major facelift for Central in quite some time. And I actually was taken through a demo, and the overall layout is much more intuitive now. And there's also a new time travel feature, which is pretty innovative, and HPE claims that it's an industry first. It allows a network operator with contextual information to basically go back to a point in time and do a full restore of the network configuration. So all in all, I think what they're doing here with that Agile NaaS framework, with those tool sets and the central updates, are helping to fortify its leadership position in the NaaS space.
Did you describe what NaaS is?
Network as a service. So I think for our listeners and viewers that are not familiar with it, it's the whole concept of treating infrastructure as an operational expense, not a capital expense, and basically having someone like Hewlett-Packard Enterprise provide that infrastructure on a subscription basis.
Yeah, it's interesting how, compute as a service, check, storage as a service, check, networking as a service, kind of new, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think it's a reflection of probably how locked down it is and how integral it is to the whole security point of view. That's good stuff. And by the way, I know the official name is HPE Aruba Networking, but that just seemed awful long in the new branding regimen. Matt and I covered that last week.